welcome to my channel. This is Dosha with DoshaDreamsTarot, and this is going to be a reading for whoever needs to hear it. This reading is gender neutral, y'all, so please keep that in mind as we move forward into this reading. If any strong energies come out that are for specific genders, I will channel that message, but I will be using gender neutral language as much as possible in order to make my readings more accessible, okay? All right, collective, this is for you. Anybody who needs to hear this message, Spirit, please use me as a vessel so I may deliver your message clearly. Okay. 5 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Okay. Queen of Pentacles. I feel like, I'm just going to be really blunt. I feel like a lot of you out there are just not really aware of your own power. I'm going to adjust my camera a little bit. I think that you're just not conscious of your own power. Like the level of power that you have. And so you may be, excuse me, underestimating yourself quite a bit here. And I'm really getting that you may fear being rejected or left out in the cold from life in general. Like, you think that you may just, you know, end up on the dark side of the street, so to speak, you know. And I think some of you guys don't realize that that is entirely an illusion. Entirely. It's just born from fear. And, you know, a lot of times people manifest what they're afraid of. So, you know, don't be afraid that you're going to manifest what you're afraid of, and then therefore, you know, like, just get yourself in a fucking mental acrobatics, like, you can't win headspace, right? Because it's really not how it is. It will be that way if you believe that it's that way. But the good news is there's a lot of other things that you could believe. I think I just saw the Sun card trying to peek through. No, it was the Justice card and the 4 of Cups. So here's the thing also, y'all, is that the things that you've been trying to manifest over the years, right? Let's say like over the course of time, the things that you've been trying to manifest, the good things, right? What it is that you actually deserve, okay? And some of you guys out there may be feeling really low, feeling like you don't deserve anything. Like you feel like you don't deserve anything good. And you're wrong, so just shut the fuck up. Like, you're wrong. You do deserve good things. In fact, you deserve balance and justice in your life. And it's very possible that you've experienced a lot of injustice, and you may be exhausted and kind of feeling like, you know, you don't really have what it is that you desire at this time or even need, right? So the energy here is that what you desire and what you want is coming towards you. And it may be actively coming towards you. It may not necessarily be like on its way and you haven't any inkling of its existence whatsoever. I don't think that's the case at all. I think that might be for some of you guys, but for a lot of you, I'm getting that there is actual tangible opportunities and choices and people and you know, experiences and things that are presenting themselves to you at this time. And you may just be sitting in this 4 of Cups energy being like, well, I don't deserve it anyway, or I'm just going to fuck it up anyway, or, you know, like all this self-defeating like stuff. And I'm getting that this is like the things that you want are literally within your reach and they're coming towards you. And you are clearly just cutting yourself off from it and just being like, nope, I don't deserve it, or I'm just going to fail anyway, or people are going to judge me, or it's going to cause me more problems. A lot of you guys might be afraid of success because of the envy that can come along with that people can envy you and try and sabotage you. And so because of your past experiences, it's like you may have been through a lot of shit because you gained something or you were in some way successful in a particular thing, and then people around you didn't like that, you know what I mean, because of their own insecurities. But like, that's not your fucking problem. If somebody tries to make that your problem, well, then you fucking you make it a problem right back, you know what I mean? If somebody's like giving you petty attitude because they aren't happy with like the fact that you're succeeding, then fuck them, you know what I mean? Just literally don't even feel sorry for those people, because at a certain point you just have to laugh at how pathetic it is. I'm giving you guys this energy because I feel like it's what you need to hear, is that you cannot, if somebody who's that pathetic, okay, who wants to be petty and hostile because they're envious of something that you have accomplished, worked for, right? Fucking sweated and fucking cried and fucking damn near died for, right? You getting something that you have fucking worked your ass off for, and meaning you just continued to wake up every day and say yes to life. You didn't give up. You kept going. You know what I mean? Staying alive in this life, in this world that is so challenging, is an accomplishment. So I'm just saying, you have worked for it. Okay, even if someone comes along and says, hey, I think you'd be great at this, here you go, and just hands you an opportunity, don't you dare turn that down because you think you're not good enough, bitch. Fucking just take it. Do not question the blessings. Just take it and run with it and try it out. If you fail, you fail. Fuck it. At least you tried. You know, what difference does it make? If you say no, then you definitely don't have the opportunity. So what's the difference in trying and failing and not trying at all? There's no difference. So you might as well try, because then at least you have the opportunity to succeed. You guys feel me on this? I'm frustrated because I just feel like this energy it needs a little bit of healthy aggression to overcome. You need to be somewhat tough on yourself in a way, because I feel like, you know, yes, be gentle and compassionate with yourself, but if you just allow your bullshit to get in your way and you just allow yourself to give up, you need to fight for yourself. You need to fight for your life and for your purpose to be fulfilled. You have to fucking want it so bad that you're like, I am willing to suffer for it. I have suffered for it, and I'm not giving up now because I refuse. Failure is not an option. You know what I mean? To decide to not do something is choosing failure. You're choosing it for yourself. You're not even giving yourself a fair shot. Haven't even had any cards come out yet, guys. Five of Swords. Literally, the Five of Swords talks about self-sabotage and lose-lose situations. A competition where no one wins. And you don't want to live your life in that place. It's just, you can do so much better. And I don't want you to feel disappointed in yourself or defeated, you know what I mean? Or like it's nothing you do is ever good enough. Like, that's not what I'm saying, guys. I'm saying that you have so much more power than you realize. And if you just knew it, believed it, and enacted it, right? Take that power that you know you have and apply it to your life. And just say, no, I'm not going to sit here and feel defeated because things haven't come my way yet, or things haven't worked out in my favor yet the way that I want them to. It's not over. You know what I mean? It's almost like, imagine that you're waiting at a restaurant. I don't know why this is coming to me. Imagine you're waiting at a restaurant. You know, you came, you put your name on the list, and so you're waiting for your table, and you've been there for, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, you know what I mean? And they said it was about an hour wait. Say you're at 45 minutes and you're starting to get anxious and you're hungry and you're thirsty and you're not getting your table yet, and so you get frustrated, and it's like, are you gonna just walk out? You already waited 45 minutes. Like, just another 15 minutes, dude, and you're gonna get your table. Like, don't get impatient right before your blessings come in and bail off the scene where then you're not even there to receive the blessing that you fucking waited for. You know what I mean? Like, don't do that to yourself, guys. Like, that's real. The universe can only do so much to put you in the right place at the right time. You have to put in the effort to meet the universe in the middle, to meet spirit in the middle and say, I am showing up for this. I am ready for this. I want this. I'm going to work for it. You know what I mean? And you have to demonstrate that in your life. It's the energy that you're putting out there, and the universe responds to that really quickly. So it's like, if you're sitting back and thinking to yourself like, oh, I'm never going to get what I want, this defeated attitude, and, so I might as well not try, then the universe is like, okay, I guess you'll never get what you want, and I guess you're not going to try. You know what I mean? Like, there's no other way for the devil in reverse. This is like self-imposed bondage being released right now, and I really pray that for all of us, because it's not an easy process, and it's not I think a lot of us struggle with unhealed trauma from the past. And, so it's not easy for us to believe in ourselves sometimes. And sometimes we need a healthy dose of support from outside, sources and outside people who can show us, that we actually do deserve everything that we want. There's no reason for us to not get it. We're not bad people. 10 of Pentacles in reverse, okay? So it's very possible. The Sun in reverse at the bottom of the deck. So I'm getting a couple messages for this. First things first is that I feel like you don't have the stability and and this is talking financial, this is talking relationships, family, support systems, having a solid foundation and something that is growing and branching out. It's like you don't have that right now. This is for the people that this message is for. You don't feel like you have that right now, and it's really impacting your happiness. And your happiness has so much to do with your ability to succeed. And so this defeated attitude, because you don't have what it is you want yet, it's causing you to become defeated and thinking, well, I'm never going to get it. You know what I mean? So I might as well just give up. Like, I'm getting that for a lot of you guys. And I'm telling you, I totally fucking understand. That has literally been my mindset and my headspace the last 2 weeks. And I'm at a place now where I'm realizing I am going to keep myself in this place if I don't believe in something different. Because I know that I am powerful. And I know that I can create what it is that I want. And it's not me creating it out of thin air. It already exists outside of me. I am creating room for it. I am opening up the channels for it and being open to it and willing to show up for it and meet in the middle. Like, if I want a good job that's going to, create long-term stability and solid financial income, then I have to go apply for jobs. You know what I mean? It's like that sort of thing. If you want to find a partner, then you need to date. If you want to, reach some type of fitness goal, then you need to wake up and put in the time and go to the gym. There's just, the only way you can achieve and get the things that you want that you don't have is by believing you can achieve it and putting in the work necessary to get there. And I know that sounds basic and obvious, and you're like, I know that, I just don't have the motivation because I'm not fucking happy. And that's the wall that you have to break through. That's where this aggression is coming from. In me, from spirit, is a healthy aggression and saying, I'm going to fight for it. I'm going to fight past this dark cloud. I'm going to move forward, and I'm not taking no for an answer. No, I refuse to be left out in the cold because I don't deserve that. I know I don't deserve it. That's bullshit. I refuse that reality. Seriously. And it's not saying that you deserve no suffering ever at all. That's just a part of life, guys. You know what I mean? Things don't always go our way. Sometimes we do make bad decisions, and then we do get what we deserve because of the decisions we've made. But there's always tomorrow. There's always a chance to make different decisions, and you can make up for lost time. You can take care of the things that you've been neglecting. You can turn that around. You don't have to continue in that direction and say, well, I guess because I've made all these other mistakes, I'm never going to make good choices again. Everything I do is a mistake. I'm doomed. And that's not the truth. You can make changes in your life, and you can make decisions that impact your future in a positive way, in a healthy way. And it's hard when you have a defeated attitude to do any of that. So that's where it starts. You have to believe it, and you have to fight. You have to push past those barriers that tell you that you're never going to be happy and that you're never going to get what you want. You have to refuse that. Say, no, I don't believe that. Okay? Because my beliefs define my reality. So if I believe that, then that's going to be my reality. And I don't want that to be my reality, obviously, right? So then don't believe that shit. You need to believe in your future. Believe in yourself. That's what that means. Believe that you deserve it. Believe you can get there. Belief dictates reality. It literally, I'm telling you guys, the more that you try this, look at this, 10 of Cups immediately came out. The more that you focus on this, the more that you believe in it, the closer the reality will become. And those steps will start to unfold. It'll start to make sense to you. You go, okay, shit. You know, me sitting alone, sad, trying to, you know, it's like your obstacles, okay? Your obstacles are your beliefs. Point blank, I'm just putting it out there. Look, your obstacles to getting what it is that you want is your decisions. What it is you decide to do with your day. What it is you decide to do with your time, your energy. What do you believe? What are you manifesting? What are you doing? What are you putting out there? You know? And I know it can feel defeating when you're like, wow, well, now that's a lot of pressure. Everything's on my shoulders. And if my life isn't going well, it must be my fault. Like, it's not entirely that way, because there are outside factors. There are things that are happening that other people are doing that are impacting our reality. It's not entirely our fault if things aren't going well. But wherever we have any kind of power, Seven of Cups in reverse talks about dispelling illusion. Any kind of power that we have, we need to take it. Okay? We need to fight for it. Any power we have in our life to change our mindset, our attitudes, our beliefs, our decisions, our actions, we need to fucking fight for it. Take that power back. Take it. Do not allow anything else to take it from you. Just say, no, bitch, I get to get up every day and stand on my own 2 feet and get excited about life. And that's a choice. I can choose to put on music in the morning and fucking do my routine, you know? Because what else am I going to do? I could lay here and sleep in and feel sorry for myself and not want to get up because I can't face the world because it's too hard, because I have challenges and things I need to overcome. Like, yes, you do have roadblocks. Okay? And some of these roadblocks are of your own doing, and some of them are not. Some of them aren't your fault at all, you know? But now they're yours to deal with. So what are you going to do? Are you going to let some asshole from the past fuck up your future? Fuck them. That's dust, you know? That is literal garbage. You just need to take out the trash, honey. That's what it is. You just need to clear that out of you. And I know it's not easy. I'm not saying that it's easy. I'm just saying it needs to be done. So do it. And once you do it, it'll be done. You know what I mean? That's I think the power that we have that we don't know we have. You know? Or we forget, or we set it aside, or we let other things disempower us. And then we just think, well, is what it is. Queen of Pentacles. What did I tell? We do not know how powerful we are. We keep forgetting. We keep giving it away. We keep shrinking ourselves and believing that we are unworthy, that we don't deserve love. We don't deserve, you know, a 3 of Swords. This is the pain. This is the illusion. And this is the heartbreak and sorrow and disappointment of the past still stuck in our heart space. And I know it's not fair and it's not easy, you know? But I'm just saying that this is what's holding you back. It's that pain from the past. And guess what? I don't know if you guys have ever experienced this, but you know when you're upset and, you know, like if you're angry or you're sad or any of those feelings, it's like you're tight. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Like you clench your fist when you're angry. And when you're really in a lot of sorrow, it's like usually you're like doubled over. You know what I mean? So it's that tension. It's that clenching and closing because we're also, you know what I mean, trying to protect ourselves. You know, so this happens on a physical level. It happens on an energetic level. But what happens is when we tighten up like that, when we're having these extreme, intense emotions, we hold on to them, you know, and we clench up and we keep it there. And that's where we need to change, okay? This is the illusion that this is something we are a victim of, right? Maybe initially, okay? But this, like I've said, guys, like, I have a lot of compassion for this subject because I have experienced it daily for my entire life. I just like be very, very blunt with you guys. And the only reason why I'm coming at this particular subject from this angle, because I typically am very soft and kind about other people's suffering, because it's not my place to say when you should be over it. That's like not how this works at all. Like that's the kind of shit that like, you know, has made me feel really ashamed because I'm not over it, you know? I am still healing from this shit, and I probably will be, you know, but I need to believe that there's an end in sight. I have to believe that healing is possible, and that I will get to a place where that it no longer impacts me on this deep level, where that I'm just not able to succeed in life because I can't cope with the pain. You know, it's painful, physically painful. PTSD is incredibly difficult to live with. And so, you know, I just, be proud of yourselves. Like, be proud of yourselves for fucking living with this shit, because it is incredibly painful, you know? But so what I'm saying is, right, that while it is something that is incredibly challenging, and it's not your fault that it happened, okay? Whatever it is that has taken place in your life, okay? It's not your fault, but now it's on your plate. It's your cross to bear. So you have choices. You can decide, like, okay, think about it logically. I know this is hard, but think about it logically. You look at your situation and say, okay, I have unhealed trauma from the past, okay? I'm having symptoms of CPTSD, etc., whatever it is, and here are my options for treatment. Here are my options for healing. Here's my options for education. That's about where people start to get resistant. You know what I mean? I can feel it. I can feel it in myself, and I can feel it in you, okay? Now, if you're having resistance, when you think about that, you don't even have to know why you have resistance. You just have to fight through it. Okay, because I've spent years trying to understand, well, why am I resistant to, you know, treatment options? Why am I resistant to being medicated for my symptoms? Why am I resistant to this, and that? Because we're still stuck on the fact that it was unfair, okay? And we don't want to have to do the work because it's not fucking fair. And it's bullshit that it's on our plate now. You know what I mean? Yes, but we can't get stuck in the anger. Okay, and we can't get stuck in the sorrow and the why, okay, and what would my life be like if I wasn't traumatized? What would my life, how would I be in this world? Would I be more successful? Would I have love? Would I have, you know, solidity, some type of, you know, security and consistency in my life? Because I know that, like, my BPD symptoms have caused me to be very impulsive and to run away from things that are just too triggering for me, which can be dynamics between me and a boss, between me and a lover, me and a friend, me and a coworker. Doesn't matter. Some triggering dynamic, and I'm fucking out of there. You know what I mean? And, like, that's just, I can take responsibility for that. So here's where we take our power back. Yes, it was unfair. Yes, we don't deserve it. Yes, it fucking sucks. You know what I mean? But we have options. That's a blessing. If you have health care, that's a blessing that will pay for therapy. Fucking take advantage of it, honey. And if you don't, and you have to pay out of pocket for therapy, there are sliding scale therapists, you know, and not just therapists. I mean, there's people who do all kinds of there's practitioners, and there's so many options. And I know going into an office and talking about your feelings is awkward. I know, I mean, I personally, I'm trying to get back into therapy now. My finances are strained right now. You know, so I have this excuse where I'm like, well, I can't really afford therapy. It's like, yeah, but I think about the other things I've spent money on in the last week, and I'm like, well, I probably could have afforded a session, right? So this is where I'm starting to break down my walls and barriers, and I highly encourage you to do the same, that if there's anything that comes up for you where you're resistant to the options that are on the table to you, you know what I mean? These are blessings, okay, that you're refusing. 8 of Pentacles. It's just going to take work. It's going to take hard work. And I know that, like I said, it's not easy. And I'm not trying to say, like, you're being lazy at all. It's incredibly challenging. Strength card. But you have to be strong and fight through it. That's the only way you're going to succeed at this mission, right? This is now your responsibility. It's just something that's put on your plate. It's just like if you're walking down a path, okay, knock on wood. I don't want anyone to get hurt, but imagine you're walking down a path and you trip over a tree root and you sprain your ankle. So it's like, okay, sure, you tripping over the tree root was, you know, maybe you could have paid better attention, or, you know, maybe you could have avoided it, or you could have wore better shoes, or like, you know what I mean? There's always some level of responsibility, like, oh, I should have been paying better attention, right? And there's very similar situations where that you can get hurt in life, and had you been paying more attention to red flags, etc., you could have protected yourself from it, but you just didn't know, or you didn't trust your instincts, or whatever it was, and you got into that situation. You know what I'm saying, guys? And this is not victim blaming. I'm just being very real with you, because the only way for me to truly move past my trauma is to take responsibility and change my behavior to prevent further trauma. You know, I'm not going to keep, you know, going out to the bar and hooking up with, you know, men that I've never met before and going home with them. You know what I mean? That's a dangerous situation. And in the past, I've put myself in those situations and I got hurt because of it. So I don't do that shit anymore. You know what I mean? Do I still want to have sex and hook up with people? Yeah. You know, but I'm trying to do it safely. You know, because it's self-destructive to go against your instincts, and it's self-destructive to put yourself in situations where that you can get traumatized, you know? So I'm just saying, and this is, like I said, it's not victim blaming. This is literally just talking about the things that you can do that are in your power, okay? Not anything else. So please don't take me out of context here. You know, don't get me twisted right now. I'm just saying that there's a certain level of responsibility that we bring to the table, especially after the fact, okay? Then it just is our responsibility, because there's no, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, homeboy's not going to apologize and come back and pay for your therapy, babe. You know what I mean? Fuck him. He's dust. He's dead. You know what I mean? Energetically, that's how you have to feel about it. Okay, that's done and over with. Nothing else that I can do but move forward. You know? I'm not going to let that fucker have power over me anymore. You know what I mean? You may have had power over me in that moment, but not any fucking more, motherfucker. You know? That's how you have to be about it. And so I'm just saying, it's a big subject. It's heavy. And I'm sorry if anybody's feeling triggered by my attitude, but like, I'm being this way because I'm being guided to be this way, because I feel like aggression is healthy to get through anything that has a hold on you, that has its power over you. You gotta channel that anger, you know, and channel it into your healing and say, nah, like, I'm gonna fucking do this. Like, I'm gonna do this shit, and I don't give a fuck. Like, you know, I don't care. Even, I'm not even gonna listen to my own doubts and insecurities, because fuck them. You know what I mean? So I have to have aggression even towards the things that I believe. Like, I have to reject, okay, my negative thought patterns. I have to reject my negative belief systems, and I have to say no. Like, I'm going to fight through this mentally, and I'm going to decide that I get to be happy. I get to be successful. I am going to be, because all I have to do is believe it and put in the work. 8 of Pentacles. I have to believe it and put in the work, and then I will see results, and I know it, you know? Because I watch it happen around me all the time. I see people pull themselves out of fucking dark places all the time. And how is it? Because they believe that they deserve better, they believe they can do it, and they don't stop, and they keep working towards it. And bada boom, dude. You know, that's the formula, okay? So you just have to believe in yourself, all right? I had a point to make, but I kind of lost what I was getting at because it's such a heavy subject. But I was talking about resistance to treatment, okay, and taking responsibility. So what I was saying is that when you twist your ankle in the woods, that's what it was. So there's something that you could have done, potentially paid better attention, but whatever. Let's just say, you know what I mean? You don't see it, you trip in a hole, and you twist your ankle or something. Now, do you sit there on the path and get frustrated and be like, wow, that was really unfair. Wow, or I'm so stupid, I should have paid better attention. Wow, like, I'm in a lot of pain and now I can't, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I'm not going to be able to walk easily out of here. And like, are you just going to sit there and feel sorry for yourself and be upset at the pain? You know what I mean? Are you going to pick yourself up, find a way to make it back out to safety so you can take yourself home and heal from the injury you just experienced, right? And when you get home, is like, are you going to walk around on your foot all day and like, you know what I mean? Not ice it, not take care of it, not prop it up. Like, it's now your responsibility. Unfortunately, it's your wound, and now you need to tend it and take care of it and heal yourself. You know what I'm saying? So try and think about it logically, step outside of the emotion of it and what happened, and just look at the reality of the situation at present. At present, okay? Look at the reality of the situation at present. Write it down. Okay? Say, I have unhealed trauma. Okay? You don't need to dive into what the trauma is, or this is what happened and this is when it happened, and just present moment. Just say, I have unhealed trauma. I can tell. I know it. Okay? Because of these symptoms. All right, these are physical symptoms also, right? So think about it like that. This is your nervous system, okay? You know what I mean? This is your neural networks in your brain. These are things that you can track and you can see evidence of, all right? And so write down, I have unhealed trauma. These are the symptoms, okay? These are the goals that I have right now that I want to reach, right? And this is standing in my way of reaching those goals. So how can I break this down into steps? Okay, I need to start going to therapy. I need to get, a CBT workbook and work on it every day, or at least every other day. You know what I mean? I need to make sure that I'm taking care of myself physically so that, my body is capable of sustaining this type of, rigorous healing, right? Because it's hard work. And we do get exhausted. So, okay, I need to make sure that I'm eating well, right? So you have to look at your present situation and say, you know what I mean? This is the state of me, basically. I'm undernourished. You know what I mean? I'm exhausted. I haven't been sleeping well. You know what I mean? Look at your current state and then start mapping a way forward to where you want to be. And like I said, this sounds super cliche and obvious, but it's like sometimes we really need to hear it broken down to us in a way that is impactful so we can say, well, fuck, like I'm not gonna fucking give up. I'm not gonna make a list and then just fucking tuck it away somewhere and never do anything about it. Like we can know this shit inside and out, know ourselves inside and out, what we need to do inside and out, and then we just don't do it. That is the part where we need to fucking fight. And we need to bust through that and say, you know what? No, I'm going to actually do it. You know what I mean? I'm going to actually fucking do it. Even if I can come up with every reason in my mind why it's challenging, why it might not work, how I'm going to fail, Like, we just can't do that to ourselves anymore, guys. The time of doing that needs to be over because we need to move forward and fulfill our purpose. It's important. And plus we deserve it. We deserve to be happy and fulfilled and healthy and have a good lifestyle. And here's the thing, guys, is that the idea of having a healthy lifestyle can be challenging for folks because, well, that means I got to maintain it. It's not like I just get to a certain level and then I can go back to my old bullshit. It's like, no, you get to a certain level and you've got momentum, baby. You don't have to worry. It's not going to be as hard every day as it was in the beginning. You're going to get into a routine. It's going to feel better. It's going to make more sense. You're going to get more and more elevated, okay, where that it's going to be easier to maintain because you've already got it on lock. Because when you're in a deep, dark place and you're fighting, right, this fight that I was talking about, you're fighting through to the other side of healthy living and healthy living being healed, and having what it is that you need and want in your life because you worked for it and you believed in yourself that you could get it. Once you get to that place, your mood is going to be improved. Your health is going to be improved. Everything in your mindset, your belief in yourself, your faith, everything is going to be improved when you get to those places and you start to see results. So therefore, you're going to have more inner resources to continue that path. You're going to have more energy to continue succeeding and you're going to gain momentum and it's going to be easier. It's just like imagine if you're riding a bike, okay? And you've got to initially start pushing the pedals in order to get some speed, right? You start to move forward and at first maybe, your balance is a little bit tricky because it's like you're moving kind of slow. But then as soon as you start to pick up momentum, then it's like, oh, well, now I'm just zipping, I don't even have to pedal because I already got momentum back there. And so now I'm moving forward. You know what I mean? It's going to be like that for you guys. I feel very strongly that all that it takes from you is believing you can do it and trying, putting in the effort, applying yourself and moving forward and doing the work. And I know because I've seen it, because this is the formula, you know what I mean? And I've pulled myself out of dark places many times because this is an up and down journey. It's not easy. And it's not just like, oh, I go up and then I plateau and I never go back down again. There's no other stressors or outside factors that are going to trigger me where that I could potentially dip again. That's not the reality. There will be challenges and there will be obstacles and it will take work. You know what I mean? But it's not impossible and you deserve it. and you're going to feel so good about yourself, you know? And yeah, okay, you might be at a point where you're like, I have such little energy, dude. Shut the fuck up. I can't even get out of bed, you know? I'm not saying tomorrow you're going to be a track star. I'm not saying that, you know what I mean? Like you, I feel like, are underestimating yourself. I think that you're telling yourself that you can't get out of bed. Okay? I don't think that you actually can't. I think that you're apathetic at this point because your energy levels are so low because you've been neglecting all of your needs. And I'm not trying to be rude here. I'm just saying that that's the place that you're finding yourself in now because of decisions leading up to it. Not telling you this to make you feel bad about yourself or to get shameful, because that doesn't help either. I'm telling you this so that you can realize your own power. Like, look at what a mess you are. Right? And this is me too. I'm a fucking mess. But like, you look at yourself and say, wow, I did this to myself by neglecting my needs. You know what I mean? This, you know what I mean? Look how powerful I am. You know? I can totally break myself down to nothing. Like, wow. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm just being funny. But literally, though, like, we have the power to build ourselves up, you know, or break ourselves down. 9 of Wands. I mean, we are the wounded warrior, right? But the 9 of Wands is not about being defensive, okay? It is, but it's about being determined. Absolutely fucking unstoppable determination. And I'm telling you right now, guys, you have this within you, and that's the only reason why you're still fucking here, you know? And it's sad because anybody else who's left, it's because they just didn't know how powerful they were. And I really hope that you stick around to see that. And it can happen in a moment, guys. It's not like you have to sit there. I mean, you're going to have to build yourself up, but I'm telling you, this can be like a light switch. This can flip for you, and it can happen right away, you know, this energy shift, and the way that you feel impacts the decisions you make. So it's all about how you feel. You can do that from the inside. You can choose how to feel. I know that sounds crazy, guys, but it's true. We get to decide. And maybe we have an outside trigger. It makes us feel a certain way. We decide if we keep going in that direction or not. Or we can say, no. I decided that I was going to be happy today. Now, I'm not trying to suppress my emotions here. I'm letting them go. I'm not suppressing them. I'm letting them out and I'm letting them go. And then we get back to our baseline. And our baseline is gratitude and belief in good things and health and happiness and working hard and moving forward. That has to be our baseline, guys, to survive this. You know? So I'm just saying that you have that ability. It's not outside of your reach. You know, you're very powerful. Holy shit, Spirit, what a message. Are there any other messages for the collective, Spirit? Like, honestly, guys, I feel alone a lot of the time. And a lot of the time it's because I isolate myself. And I can recognize that, you know? But I also recognize that I don't trust people very easily. So, you know, there's just a lot of factors that go into it. But I just want to say that, like, the option to feel miserable is always going to be there. You know, it's not going anywhere, guys. So, like, you don't have to. I'm just saying the option to be miserable is there just as equally as the option to be hopeful, okay? And to be happy and grateful. Like, these are options. I just want you to know that, guys. They're options, not, how do I say? Options, not obstacles. 9 of Pentacles in reverse and the Ace of Cups. So for those of you who are single, I feel like you may not be single for very much longer. I'm going to shuffle this deck. Wow, okay, that all wanted to come out. 4 of Pentacles in reverse, talking about letting go. Tower in reverse. 8 of Wands in reverse. 10 of Wheels now in the upright. And the 6 of Cups in reverse. So we're letting go of the past, definitely. And I feel like we're realizing that our hasty actions and our hasty words can break down the things that we're building. And it can break down our, wow, sorry, King of Swords showed up. It can break down things that we actually really want in our lives. And so I'm getting here is that you're realizing like, whoa, I need to take a step back as far as like, you know, being hasty because of the pain or anxiety or whatever I'm experiencing, because then it causes me to these tower moments. So how do I avoid these tower moments? Because that is what gets me down in the dumps. That's what ends up making me all emotionally dysregulated, and I don't know what to do with myself, and then I'm miserable, and then I start to give up on every area of my life, you know? So we need to learn how to avoid these tower moments because they're not helpful. King of Wands, by fighting for what it is that we want, by moving forward relentlessly, okay? Being passionate about ourselves. Be passionate about your life, and take what's yours. Seriously, because it is yours. That's what you don't realize. Honestly, that's what I'm getting, is that you don't realize how powerful you are. Look, even the King of Wands too, 10 of Swords, okay? So maybe things coming to an end has caused you a lot of pain. Something came to an end and maybe it was a painful ending. You've got the Sun card in reverse again. Okay, so it's caused a lot of emotional turmoil for you. King of Wands, look how their fist is clenched, like I was telling you. So while we're feeling this, right, like, because after this is like my plan, and this is just sharing whatever, I can feel the tension in my body, right? I can feel the anger and the you know, the fight, right? Like fighting to move forward. So I have a lot of that energy in me right now. And after this, when I woke up, I set the intention to do some type of physical activity today that gets my heart rate up, gets me sweating, and I feel like I've actually like worked out, you know, which like I don't really like to work out, you know, and I mean, it's kind of a thing. It's like I have fitness goals, but I hate working out. So then I'm like, you know what I mean? Then I get stuck. So now it's like I'm deciding that I need to fight through it anyway. Even if I don't like it, sure, but I need to do it. I can feel it in my body that I need to do it, and I feel it in my goals, right? Because if I set a goal, then I already subconsciously know what I need to do to reach that goal. So I can feel it. I can feel what I need to do, and then we neglect it. You know what I mean? And we suppress that need, right? And then we hold on to the energy that's coming through us that's asking to be released, basically. And it's making us fucking miserable. So we have to release it. So after this, now this is like accountability time, because sometimes when I say things in my readings, it really makes me want to be accountable to them. Even though I have a small audience right now, it's about integrity for me. And so any advice I give you guys, 10 of Pentacles in reverse again, okay? So we have to recognize we don't have what it is we want right now. And that's okay. It's not okay, like acceptable, we're just going to live our lives like that. But we are not going to allow the pain of that to hold us back from getting it. Okay? We're not going to. Chariot card in reverse, 8 of Cups. So I'm getting that like there are some things that you have to walk away from, and you are walking away from, and there's things that you're moving towards, but Spirit is just saying like the hasty decisions, hasty movements, you need to avoid those in order to avoid tower moments. So take your time thinking about things, okay? Thank you, Spirit. There are any of the messages. But after this, like I was saying with accountability, I'm going to fucking roll out my mat and I'm going to do some fucking shit. And we're just going to do it. Even if I don't like it, I don't care, because I have to in order to reach my goals, you know? And I can just not have goals, you know what I mean, if I want, and then just be complacent and be like, oh, it's fine. You know, but I can feel the energy in my body that needs to be released. And my goal is to have good flow. You know what I mean? My goal is to have good health. And so I have to. So we've got the 2 of Swords and the Star card in reverse. Not seeing the truth here, the Judgment card is coming out too. I feel like things are being revealed here, okay? And things are coming up from the past, things are coming up from inside, okay? And they're being brought up to be looked at. And the 2 of Swords and the Star card in reverse is telling me that your refusal to see the reality is blocking your healing. You not seeing that you deserve so much more, that you actually are powerful, that you're capable, that if you would just, you know, hold out and keep going forward, then all of that is going to come to you. Queen of Cups. You are abundant. You're abundant from within. You really are. And I feel like when things don't go your way, it kind of like knocks you off your horse. And you have to learn how to get back on the horse. You have to learn how to stay balanced so you don't fall off when things come your way that you're not, you know, satisfied with, happy about, things that are painful, endings, you know, tower moments, whatever. But you don't have to be stuck in any kind of headspace. Like, that's what I guess the biggest message here is, that you have a choice. You get to decide based on the inside, and it's not like it's a decision that you just make once. You have to make that decision daily, all day. You know what I mean? When you reach a challenge, when you reach a stress point, when you reach something, you have to choose how you're going to respond to it. And when you have thoughts, okay, because some of you guys out there, I'm getting, and this is big for a lot of people, is just having invasive, intrusive thoughts with negative thought patterns, where you're just afraid of what's going to happen, that's going to go wrong. What are some of the bad things that would happen? And it causes you to break plans. It causes you to decide, you know, okay, well, I'm just not going to do that because it's just going to go this way. Because, like, okay, this is just me giving a personal example. I've really been wanting to go to the gym, right? I was telling you I have these fitness goals, yada yada, but I don't want to go to the gym because, first off, I've never spent time in a gym. I always do physical activities outdoors. I work out at home, you know, or I, you know, a couple times here and there I've worked out with buddies or, like, you know, past partners, but like nothing serious, right? So as far as like actually going to the gym and like weightlifting or using some of their machines or doing whatever, it's like I don't feel confident in myself to walk into a gym and be like, okay, I need to focus on this machine for, you know, this many reps, etc. Like, I don't have a plan, you know what I mean? But that's the thing, is I see an obstacle and then I go, well, then maybe I just won't go to the gym because I don't want to go in there and, you know, not know what I'm doing. It's like, it's pretty self-explanatory, babe. Like, you go in there, there's machines, you get to pick what you want to do, and then you just do it, and, you know, you can decide how much you want to do. You can decide, you know, like, these are just options, you know what I mean? It's not necessarily obstacles, right? But then I think, okay, but then what if I go to the gym and, like, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, yeah, COVID, right? So then I'm going to have to wear a mask because, you know, I know nobody else is going to wear a mask or whatever. And so then I'm going to feel like anxiety because now I'm exposing myself potentially to, you know what I mean? You know, people who are being irresponsible. Like, that's one of the things. It's just like certain environments, people are like, you know, they're just more active. So they're, you know, they're sweating and they're breathing and you know what I mean? So it's just, that kind of shit freaks me out when it comes to COVID. So that's an obstacle, right? I'm seeing it as an obstacle. And then I also am like, well, what about creepy dudes? Like, what if some dude, like, comes up and tries to mansplain to me how to use a machine, you know, because I'm not, you know, fully confident in it? What if somebody's, like, you know what I mean, like, watching me work out and it makes me uncomfortable? Like, you know, so it's like, you see how I literally have a goal. I start looking logically at my options to reach that goal, and then I find obstacles for all of them. Like, going to the gym, I just listed all my obstacles. Working out at home, oh, well, it's not really the best environment for working out, and I really, you know, can only do floor workouts. I don't really have any kind of equipment, you know what I mean? Besides, I've got, like, leg bands and weights and, like, you know what I mean? Things like that. But it's like, you know, I just like, oh, but that's not really good enough to reach my fitness goals, so there's no point in even doing that. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, there's just a lot of things we can tell ourselves, okay? And then I'll tell myself, oh, well, I really want to go running. I know that's really good for me. Oh, but then I get really sore afterwards, and then I'm kind of out of commish for like a day or so, and I don't like that part. So, you know what I mean? And then, you know, what if I'm running and I slip on a rock and hurt myself because I like to do trail running? So do you see all the stupid shit that I could tell myself to keep me from actually going for it because I'm risk averse because of my PTSD? I don't want to experience more things that make me uncomfortable and unhappy, you know what I mean? And so I try and avoid that, but then I just isolate myself, and then I'm just miserable anyway. So what would I rather do? Go out there and try and actually possibly succeed and be really, really proud of myself and excited about, like, reaching my goals? Or do I just say I'm not going to reach my goals because of all these obstacles I've come up with in my own head, and basically just fucking give up? So the card on top says, new beginning, a new adventure awaits, embrace it and live your dreams passionately. I honestly feel like Spirit is trying to say that, like, you don't even know what's around the corner for you. Like, you don't even understand how, if you would just keep pushing forward, you're going to have a breakthrough and something big is coming, okay? Because you've also got manifesting miracles, okay? Your dream is soon to become reality. Trust your heart and continue to follow its guidance, okay? Trusting your heart and following its guidance is talking about these energies within us that are saying, I need to be more active. I need to drink more water. I need to think more positively. Like, our heart knows what we need. Like, our mind, even, we know the things we need to do in order to move forward. And we just have to trust it, and we have to follow its guidance and actually do the thing and follow through and just see where that leads us. And a lot of you guys have already done this in the past. You've done this in life and you've seen results and you understand the formula and the way it works. It's just getting the motivation and the strength and the courage and saying, fuck yes. You know what I mean? And saying fuck no to obstacles. Say no, 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 no. Yes, 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 yes. Let's do this, okay? Let's do this. Soulmate. Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this and they will manifest physically. For a lot of you guys, you're really wanting to manifest love in your life. And you want real, true love. The kind of love that lasts, because these are two spirits that are compatible with one another. That's what a soulmate is. There's not just one soulmate for us, guys. There's multiple soulmates, and some of them fit better than others. And you're also going to change over time. You want to be connected with somebody on a spirit level where that as you both grow and mature and evolve through life, you continue to fit together and you continue to modify and work with one another in order to, like, you know, embrace and these changes and kind of like greet these changes within us and within our lives. You know, we're not always going to be the same. So don't fall in love with potential and don't fall in love with what somebody is right in this moment. I mean, yeah, do that. But I just mean they're going to grow and change too. So you should be excited for the dynamicism, right? The dynamics of change within the relationship, right? Freedom. There's nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. Yes, this is literally the message, that you have opportunities and options. This one says time. You're trying too hard, give it time. Okay, so that's for some of you. You guys are going to know what I'm talking about there. Okay, give thanks for the blessings of love soon to come your way. Know that you deserve to be and have all that your heart truly desires. Need I say more, guys? Literally, the path is clear if you want it to be. You just have to decide to go down that path and work for it and fight through the fucking doubt, fight through the pain and the sorrow. You've got this and you deserve it. And it's coming your way, you know, because when you start to move in that direction, move towards your blessing is coming towards you and you're going to meet that blessing and it's going to be beautiful, guys. You deserve it, but you can't hide yourself from it. Don't block off your blessings by isolating yourself and by blocking off the flow of energy that comes through you when you get inspired to do something. You know, like when I get inspired to do these readings, guys, I know because Spirit won't let me, okay? I have to rise to meet it, because if I don't, it sits like an anxiety in the pit of my stomach and like a monkey on my back, where it's like, if I don't just do what I feel like Spirit is telling me to do, then it creates an anxiety, and then I hold on to it, and then it creates a block, and then I start to get miserable. And that's literally what has happened to me, basically. You know what I mean? And it was because of all the things that I wanted to say and didn't, you know, built up, and then it came out, you know, and then all the things that I want to do and then don't, it makes me feel even more doubtful in myself, because whenever I don't rise to meet the inspiration or the steps that I know I need to take to reach a goal, whatever it is, I start to lose faith in myself, because I'm showing myself basically that I'm not going to really do the things that I say I'm going to do, or I'm not really going to do what I want to do, that I'm weak because I instead of, you know, getting water, I got, you know, fucking, I don't know, I got a bubbly water. Which, like, in the grand scheme of things, just please keep in mind, guys, that, like, there is no, like, definitive right and wrong. There's just alignment and misalignment, right? And when I say that, I mean alignment to our deeper desires, right? And if we have alignment with our desires and we're not ashamed of them, then we can embrace those desires without shame and say, yeah, well, I want a flavored bubbly water, and that's okay because that's within alignment of my desire, and I don't need to be ashamed of that. That's ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like, I could just enjoy it instead. And it's like, and there's so many different instances where we can do that. And so there's things that sometimes we know we need to do, even if we don't want to. You know what I mean? And I'm just saying, guys, you need to fight through that feeling and realize that on the other side is like everything that you ever fucking wanted, dude. And if you just do it, I promise you're gonna get it. And when I say these things, I'm trying to affirm them to myself as well. And I'm not gonna give up on myself. I'm not gonna give up on you guys. And you guys are not gonna give up on yourselves either, okay? It's just, I believe it for you, okay? In this moment, I believe in you. I believe that you can do this. And I'm going to sit here and believe that for all of us. And it's going to manifest. And y'all believe it too. It's going to manifest it just even quicker. I have faith in myself to bring this power to you. I have faith in myself to have this power within myself. I have faith that you have the ability to have this power within yourself by your own decisions. I am going to believe this for all of us because I want to see this in the world. I believe that we can achieve this collectively, that we can heal, that we can solve the world's problems. Like, I'm going to believe this, and I'm not going to give up believing it. I'm not going to stop believing it anymore because I'm just tired of giving up on myself. I'm tired of giving up on the world and everybody else. It's misery. It's nothing but misery. And so I'm going to keep fighting because that gives me faith. I have faith that if we apply ourselves and we believe in the results, we will achieve them. And that is it. Okay? So I'm affirming this to myself, and I hope that for all of you out there that it empowers you, or I know it will empower you. How about that? I believe that my messages are empowering and impactful and help people. Okay? I'm going to believe that, and I'm going to believe that I'm going to reach a wider audience and that I'm going to be able to continue to inspire people and inspire myself. Because if it wasn't for the idea, the belief in something bigger than me, in me fulfilling my purpose, me doing something meaningful with this energy that I carry, this inspiration that happens, okay, that I'm going to believe that this is something valuable and that it is going to be impactful. Thank you all. I really appreciate you. Thank you for visiting my channel. If you're new, welcome. I hope that you'll subscribe before you leave, or at least like my video. That is a big part of how we do this. That is the currency, the bread and butter, baby. Hit the buttons, okay? Anyway, I love you guys. This is really about self-empowerment, and this is about believing in yourself, believing in your future, and not giving up on it, and doing whatever it takes, okay? And working really hard and realizing you're not alone. There is options, there's support systems, there are a lot of resources for you. You have to believe it and go out there and fucking get it, baby. Take what's yours, okay? I love you. Bye.